I mean, I literally just told it what my name was, right? My name is Cody. And we take some of this stuff for granted because it just works out of the box when we're using something like ChatGPT or Claude, right? Um, but that's not like actually how it works under the hood. And when you're using the API, it doesn't actually remember them. And the way to fix this, well, there's a couple options. One of them is that you could just go in and manually like kind of copy out this information and say, previous conversation, right? Like this. And then you could paste in the contents of the last thing. And then you could say, user message, what is my name? User message, like that. This is one way you could solve it, right? Now, the user doesn't have to do it, right? And then now it knows your name is Cody. The user wouldn't have to copy and paste this out because we could actually set this in the system prompt, or we could set this in, you could kind of append it to the message or the prompt that we send in every single time. And you could take the history of the conversation and throw it into the prompt for the next time you send it. And this is essentially this is essentially how everything works. This is like, if you boil it down to its essence, this is how it works with every single platform. Is you are passing back in the context from the previous conversation into the large language model and telling it this is your conversation leading up to this point. So, we could make a database table and we could write the information out to that, or we could make like a JSON file or a TXT file and just kind of every time the user sends a message, we could just write that to the file system, and then we could, when we go to send the next message, we just load the information out of the file system and append it into the prompt. That's one way that you could do it. And in fact, there's a lot of applications that actually work like this, where I've seen people's implementations of it, and they'll just save the chat messages out into a database table, and then they'll send it back into the prompt on every subsequent call. But if you're using LangGraph, there's actually something that they have built in automatically, and it's really, really simple to implement.